the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe.
It was a precarious approach to the lectern. The 93-year-old leader unsteady on his feet, but not in word, reminding the Assembly that his government was a strong advocate for the sovereignty of nations.
Some of us were embarrassed, if not frightened, but what appeared to be the return of the biblical giant called Goliath. Are we having a return of Goliath to our midst, who threatens the extinction of other countries?
He urged his United States counterpart to recognize the values of unity, peace, cooperation and togetherness, and not the promise of damnation.
Damnation we shall always resist, no matter whence it comes. We have resisted it when it was in the form of imperialism, as we fought for our own independence, our own culture, our own sovereignty to be masters of our own destiny. That's why we call ourselves free today. It is because the monster of imperialism was defeated by us. Bring us another monster, by whatever name, he will suffer the same consequences.
He called the 2030 development agenda a new wine and expressed his country's unflinching support for Security Council reform.
Mr. President, the overwhelming majority of us have accepted that we need to reform the current system in order to improve but not destroy it. Nonetheless, the negotiations and process intended to yield the accepted reforms are painstakingly slow. We are left to wonder, justifiably so, whether those who enjoy and sometimes abuse the power and privileges of the current setup are sincere interlocutors in these discussions.
He urged the Security Council to enforce its resolutions, particularly in relation to the situations of the peoples of Western Sahara and Palestine.
This was the first time in many years of speeches at the General Assembly that President Mugabe did not directly call for the lifting of targeted sanctions against members of his government and inner circle. And although he clearly struggles to walk the world's oldest head of state, was still able to deliver some punches, and in the process had many in the room smiling and applauding, if only at the punchlines. Sherman Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.